San Philidor, a very, very big battle, and it shows, you know, that, and afterwards Karjakin was kind of mentioning it in the tweet, I think, that only Magnus can motivate him, it seems. Yeah, it was more like a joke and more like an excuse why the tournament didn't go that well. But actually I felt like it's very much to the point that he feels like, you know, Magnus Carlsen, whenever he faces Magnus Carlsen, this is a real prestige duel. And we are seeing the game has just started. D4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5. So will we see a queen's gambit? Yeah, we're gonna see a queen's gambit. Bishop e7.
I was just watching the players on the camera, and when Magnus appeared, it literally felt like he fell all the way from space into his chair out of nowhere and started blitzing out these moves. And you're absolutely right, these two players, the matchup is always very exciting, and I think we saw Sergey struggle so much on day one. Starting today, he was at the bottom of the table, but he's finding his rhythm now. Because also we haven't seen him play in these formats as much as we've seen these other guys play. So I think it always takes that little time to ease into it, to understand how to handle the whole demands that this format has on the players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I also had this same feeling, like, you know, today we are seeing the real Karjakin. I mean, that's the Sergey Karjakin we know. And yeah, yesterday was a really tough day for him. Usually Black includes this move h6, and after bishop h4, Black has this option of going knight e4 for the famous Lasker line, or going for the b6 position. But this knight with e7 without h6, that's probably some kind of a surprise from Sergey, especially for Magnus.
And Sergey is the former world rapid and a blitz champion. I think back into 2016 is when he won the world blitz championship as well. So once he finds his rhythm, he is definitely somebody to watch out for in these shorter time formats. Knight d7 play, Peter, the QGD generally takes a while to develop, so let's do
Wow, I mean, this was this so-called quite classical Queen's Gambit and so on. Seemingly nothing really happening, but at some point things escalated because what happened? So Sergey was sacrificing these pawns, going for activity, and Magnus just calling the bluff. I mean, really, you are counting on this spin, but I have this very effective Queen A5 of releasing the pin and winning your rook, winning Black's rook, and now the bishop is not hanging, and I also have some threats of bishop A6, taking control of the E2 square and so on. I mean, how is Black supposed to fight here, and what did Karjakin really miss? Was this Queen A5? Probably Queen A5 was the move that he missed.
Stepping away from the pin, and knight e2 check gets nothing at all. White just simply sidestep to h1, and there's what is going on actually after knight e2? What's the move?
I mean, he played now the move rook cd7 because okay.
Knight e2 just king h1, and there was nothing, just rook d1, rook d1.
Yeah, exactly, because actually the bishop on b7 is unfree anyway, because I have queen a8 check once we played the rooks, and the rook is lost. So quite an incredible small little detail that I mean, sometimes just calculating one move further than your opponent might decide the game. I mean, it seems like now Black has all kinds of tricks, but the queen is hanging. And if you have to lose a tempo and you have to move the queen, then already White will be able to move his king away, or somehow otherwise make sure that he will not run into any knight f3 checks. So Magnus, yeah, basically White can also just move his rook. Yeah, for example, if Black goes queen c3, White plays another tempo move with rook c1, and we see why it was so important to get the bishop to a6, protecting the e2 square. And maybe it's game over. I mean, basically it almost feels like it's game over. I don't see, I mean, what has to happen? This queen has to somehow jump to h4, and Black has to go some rook d5, rook g5 in order to create some really dangerous counterplay. But this queen from c4 is just not able to reach to the king side so easily.
This is an amazing couple of moves from Magnus there. Queen to a5, sidestepping the pin, and then finally